Hello guys, and welcome to today's tropical update. And in this video we're going to be talking about solely one place here. We're not going to look into the future, even though there's a lot of static about what could be coming down the pipeline a little bit later on. But right now we're going to be focusing on the next 5 days here. And right now we have an area of interest here going into Nicaragua that should be coming out into the Bay of Campeche in the next 2 or so days. And it should be moving to the northwest to west northwest here with time. All right, so it's a tropical wave that is currently located over Nicaragua and is forecasted to move across Central America during the next 5 days, emerging over the Bay of Campeche, where an area of low pressure could form on Friday. Some gradual development of the system is possible while it moves northwestward through the Gulf of Mexico on the weekend. And it's only at a low chance, 0% in the 48 hours and 20% in the next 5 days. All right, so here we are. We're looking at the IR loop here in the Caribbean Sea, and you can tell where our wave is because there is convection firing up on offshore here. And this is actually a good look for it because not only is it convectively active right now, but it's also might have a chance to pull up more north than is originally anticipated, and some of the models have been keening on that, which I'll be showing here shortly. Apparently, there might be a mid-level center already in here, so that's already a head start for this thing. You can see that the outflow is looking pretty nice here. You know, this has all the key features to try and develop, but the question is, how much time does it have to really consolidate once it gets into the Bay of Campeche? That's the thing. Is the movement gonna give it 36 hours? Is it gonna give it 48 hours? Maybe 60 hours? We're just gonna have to wait and find out as we head out through time. Now we're gonna take a look at the GFS model. This just ran, so this is pretty new. So here we are. And as you can see here, we got a nice convection blow up, but that's inland. And as you can see, as soon as it comes out into the Bay of Campeche, it just goes away. And then it starts to come back. And then about an hour and 102 hours to 105 hours, it kind of makes landfall somewhere in Texas. We're going to take a sounding here. Yeah, the knots are not that good, though. Looks like 24 knots a shear. Let's do a smaller sample size here. Yeah, still 24 knots of wind shear, as it seems. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to go back and we're going to take a look at the 850 millibar vorticity. And here you go. This is our system right here. We're going to take a quick sounding of it. The shear is still high. That's moderate. So as you can see, once it gets towards the northeast, part of Mexico, it starts to dip exactly north. And as you can see, it tries to quickly consolidate from there. And just like 98L, if this comes to fruition, land friction is definitely going to help this thing try to come along as we get towards, the Texas coast here. And as you can see, probably 106 or so, it makes landfall somewhere near Corpus Christi. So that's going to be interesting to see how these trends play out over the next couple of days. Because, the farther east the ridge moves, the more space it's going to have to breathe. Not only that, but the head start that it kind of has right now might, imply that it might take a little bit more of a northerly approach to the direction. All right, so now we're going to take a look at the ECMWF here. This is 12Z run. And we're going to see the convection here. This is our wave right in here going into Belize. And then it comes out at hour 63. And then it tries to develop once it gets to the northeast coast of Mexico here. Let's see if we can't take a sounding. Can we take a sounding from here? Looks like we can. It looks like we got 15 knots shear and 83% relative humidity. So the shear is kind of on the moderate side, but the relative humidity is definitely good. And as you can see, like I said, it tries to consolidate here as soon as it tries to get to the northeast coast here. So now we're going to take a look at the 850 millibar vorticity here. And here you go. This is what you want to pay attention to right here, around 20 north in between 190 west. As you can see here, as soon as it gets towards the northeast coast of Mexico, it starts to consolidate pretty nicely here. Land friction is probably helping that. Let's see what time it is, the 18Z, so we're probably heading towards Demon here. So, who knows? It's up in the air, and there's still, there can be anywhere from 4 to 5 days before landfall here, and it also depends on how quickly it moves to the Bay of Campeche as well. All right, so now we're going to take a look here at the SST anomalies here, and the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico are still plenty primed for hurricane development here. We got these oranges and reds here, which is indicative of up at about 30, 29, 30 degrees Celsius here. So we've got some bathtub water here as we head out through in the next couple of days. Actually, let's take a look at the potential heat content too while we're at it. Western Atlantic, where it's going to be traversing, it has some all right, tropical cyclone heat potential here. We're talking about some of these yellows and oranges here, which is anywhere from 50 to 100, potential heat in that general vicinity. So, it's definitely going to try to form, given it the time, but we're just going to have to see how it all pans out when the time comes. So now what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at the GFS ensembles and see what they say for this 18Z run. And here we go. Like at hour 60, it starts to enter the Bay of Campeche, and then there's some decent amount of members here. And I think there's only 21 members or so on the GFS ensembles, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 19 of 21 members here. Sorry, I really had to count that there. For potential development, and 2 of these even make a landfall here in Texas. So that's going to be interesting to see if those trends going forward. All right, so now here is the EPS. This is 12Z since 18Z isn't out yet. And, here we are, 72 hours, that's a pretty good uptrend here for potential development. There's probably half of the members, or nearing half of the members of the 51 that the EPS has. And then most of them take it into northeast Mexico. All right, with that being said, now that we're in peak season, I'm going to try to be doing one every day now, if not every other day, depending on if we have active systems, which I'm sure we're going to be having active systems from here on out. But until next time, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.